Hello students, in this video I am going to explain you magnetic field on the axis of a circular current carrying loop. Let us start the video. Here I have considered a circular coil carrying current I with radius A, and the point P at which the magnetic field is to be calculated is at a distance x from the center. Here we have considered a small current loop xy of length dl, which is situated at the top of the loop at right angles to the plane of the page and directed outwards. Also, I have considered another current loop x dash y dash of same length at the bottom of the loop, directly opposite to the first element at right angles to the plane of the page but directed inwards. Both the loops are at a distance r from point P at which magnetic field is to be calculated. Let the magnetic field due to the first current element be represented by dB, and the magnetic field due to the other current element be represented as dB dash. Now, when we are calculating the magnetic field at point P, the direction of the magnetic field will be perpendicular to the plane consisting of this current element dl and position vector r by right hand thumb rule. This direction is given by dB, and the direction of the magnetic field due to this current element will be again perpendicular to the plane containing the current element x dash y dash, and the position vector r will be perpendicular to its plane, and it is represented as dB dash according to right hand thumb rule. Both the magnetic field directions are aligned at an angle theta with the vertical. So they can be resolved in two components, dB sin theta and dB cos theta. In this case also dB dash sin theta and dB dash cos theta. If we look carefully, these two components, these cos theta components, are equal and opposite. So they will cancel each other. For that, we have to first find the magnitude dB and dB dash by Biot-Savart law. Let us do it. The magnitude dB and dB dash will be equal to mu naught upon 4 pi I dl sin 90 upon r square. That is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi I dl upon r square. Resolving both the components, as I have just told you, they will cancel the cos components, and the sine components are along the axis, so they will get added up. And the total magnetic field due to the whole loop with a number of such current elements will be directed along the axis, that is along the sine theta components, and its magnitude will be given by integrating dB sine theta. Putting down the value of dB from above, we have obtained this equation. And if we look carefully in the figure, sin theta is equal to A upon R. See here, sin theta will be equal to A upon R, where R is under root A square plus x square. And for the whole loop, when we are calculating, this length dl has to be integrated from 0 to the entire circumference of the loop, that is 2 pi a, where a is the radius. Putting down the value of r, which is under root a square plus x square in the above equation, we have obtained this equation, that is magnetic field intensity at point P. If there are n number of turns in the coil, we will simply multiply it by n. And if this point P lies at the center of the coil, then we have x is equal to 0 in the above equation, and we have obtained magnetic field formula as mu naught Ni upon 2a. Again, a special case, if the point P lies very far away from the coil, that is x is very large as compared to the radius of the circle. So in the denominator we can neglect a square, and we have obtained this equation, that is mu naught Ni a square upon 2x cube. Now if we simply multiply the numerator by 2 pi and the denominator also by 2 pi, it will not make any difference. See, in the numerator it will become pi a square, that is the area. I have represented it by a, and in the denominator it will become 4 pi as I have written. This 2 will be as it is, like here. So it will become mu naught 2 n I a upon 4 pi x cube. If we rewrite it in terms of magnetic dipole moment, and the magnetic dipole moment is NIA of the current loop. So it will be written as mu naught 2m upon 4 pi x cube, and the unit of the magnetic dipole moment is ampere meter square. The direction of this magnetic field is given by right hand thumb rule. So let us study the right hand thumb rule in detail. The direction is always in a plane perpendicular to the line of the element and the position vector. And the thumb rule states that the thumb points in the direction of the current flowing and the fingers show the magnetic field direction. I have shown here with the help of a loop that the current direction is represented like this, so magnetic field will be upwards. Similarly, we have observed at many positions in the current loop, and finally we have obtained that the direction of the magnetic field, which we have just discussed. Let us attempt one numerical. An electric current is flowing in a circular coil of radius a. At what distance from the center on the axis of the coil will the magnetic field will be 1/8 of its value at the center? We have just derived that magnetic field at a point on the axis at a distance x from the center of the coil carrying current I is represented by this formula. Here we are taking n as 1. So, and magnetic field at the center is represented when x is taken as 0, that is mu naught Ni upon 2a, and it is written in the question that we have to find the distance from the center on the axis at which the magnetic field is 1/8 of its value at the center, that is magnetic field is equal to b dash into 1/8 of its center. So it can be rewritten in this way, that is I have written the magnetic field value from here and b dash value from here. Rearranging the equations, I have obtained this equation simply by cross multiplying and taking cube root of the above equation. We have obtained this, and squaring both the sides and calculating the value of x, I have obtained x is equal to under root 3a, that is at a distance of root 3a from the center the magnetic field intensity is 1/8 of the magnetic field at the center. Let us attempt the second numerical. The electron in an hydrogen atom circles around the proton with a speed of 2.18 into 10 raised to the power 6 meter per second in an orbit of radius 5.3 into 10 raised to the power minus 11 meters. We have to calculate the equivalent current and magnetic field produced at the proton. For calculating the current, we are aware of the formula current is equal to charge upon time, but we are not aware of time. Charge is known to us as it is an electron. So to calculate time, we should calculate it by the formula time is equal to distance traveled upon velocity, and here the distance is 2 pi into the radius. The radius is given as 5.3 into 10 raised to the power minus 11 meters. Putting down all the values in the formula, we have obtained time as 1.526 into 10 raised to the power minus 16 seconds. Now put this value of time here in the current formula. Charge of electron is 1.6 into 10 raised to the power minus 19 coulombs, and we have calculated current as 1.048 into 10 raised to the power minus 3 amperes or 1.048 milliamperes. Magnetic field produced at the proton is mu naught I upon 2a as it is at the center. So putting down all the values, mu naught value is 4 pi into 10 raised to the power minus 7. Current we have just calculated upon 2 times the radius. So magnetic field is obtained as 12.4 Tesla. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe.